Hey, Ra, you're early. What's up? Just checking out my systems first before I start anything. Everything seems to be okay. I hope that this setup is also okay for you guys. I kind of changed it slightly. I'm pretty sure you won't be able to notice it, but for those who does, it's okay. Anyways, I kind of went back to the drawing and I went for with the closed eyes again because you get this thing, when you step away from your painting, from your drawing. Actually, give me a sec. Let me just lower the volume of this music. It's kind of throwing me off. So when you step away from your drawing for a little bit and you come back a day later, for example, you kind of notice some things that are like not as good as you thought it was. And I thought I still have the open eyes here. I thought that the closed eyes really have that emotion, the impactful emotion than the open eyes. The open eyes looks good too. I'm just not sure, man. I'm gonna go with the open eyes, and then I could always just edit it later and have a variation of it that has um closed eyes, right? So we'll keep that for now. Well, this is the. It could be an animation, right? That looks like an animation already. We'll keep that in check later, okay? So let's just continue with what we were doing earlier. I need to find my chat. It keeps disappearing again. There it is. Oh, I followed you on Instagram. Oh, thanks, man. I'm not really that active on Instagram anymore. Only because recently I have shifted from painting something like this, which becomes a bit more popular in Instagram, to a bit more manga centric. Um, I'm usually just I'm usually just up active on YouTube, really. Sometimes on Instagram, sometimes on Twitter. Uh, I have not been taking care of my social media stuff. Oh crap, my son's awake. Give me a sec. Okay, okay, we're good. My son is like really annoyed that I'm not with him. What's up, Jingo? Hey man, what's up? Nothing much, just continuing this drawing of Ray. I'm a bit too focused on the macro stuff here, right? The little stuff. I'm really just relaxing with this painting here. I'm gonna get rid of the shadows for the face. It's kind of throwing me off. So we've already established the light that's coming from up above. So a lot of her body that has some sort of angle will get hit by that light. So for example, this thing is on an angle. It's gonna get hit by that light. But the shadow of her head will block most of that, right? So let's just, for example, do this. And we'll add some bounce light later too. It looks really good. Thanks, man. Glad you like it. But for now, I just want to clean out um, the part where I just want to shape um, the general shape. I just want to shape the general shape of the shadows, right? So over on her trapezoids, um, And then it should go down to her booba. Like this. A little bit here. And a little bit here. To here. Some, her fingers will definitely catch a lot of that shadow, a lot of that light. Goes like that. Delete that. Okay, that looks terrible, but we'll work with it. Right? Just work in progress. You've heard of the making a new series for is that, are you talking about Evangelion? I have not heard of that actually. Are they really? That'll be so cool. Man, my son is not having it right now. He wants his dad to be, because my son he sleeps right next to me, and whenever I go away, throws a tantrum. That's why I have to end the stream yesterday. Hopefully he'll calm down with his mom there. I've not heard of that news, but it's pretty cool if they are. The light is right now is a bit inconsistent. There should be just as much light here, and it should go like this too. The inside should just have bounce light, which I'll do later. So she has a collarbone here, and there is usually this shadow that comes like this onto her collarbone, and then the top part of the collarbone should catch some light. I know it looks terrible at the moment. We'll blend that later so it looks way better. Blending, by the way, is just doing this. Now there's like a blackout, so I miss your stream. You didn't miss my stream. You were here yesterday when I was streaming, right? And I just started streaming like 10 minutes ago, something like that. Okay, so around here, there should be another angle of, whoops. Where the hell is that? You know, sometimes my Photoshop spazzes out. You have to forgive me about that. And around her shoulders too. A lot of this will be in light. We'll catch the light. Okay, it's looking good. Oh, I mean the blackout happens in random times. Oh, okay. Is there a storm in your area or something like that? Wake me up before you jingo. It's pretty rainy today. It's rainy in my end too. So hopefully that doesn't happen to me. The rain's not those. The rain's calmed down in my end though. It's not as strong anymore. Um, you have to forgive me about the low energy, guys. I just woke up. Probably need some coffee or something. Okay, that looks okay. A lot of more of the booba should catch more light. I think I'm just about ready to blend some of these stuff. Okay. Um, she's looking okay now. Yeah, let's go blend. So how long have you been uploading on YouTube? Um, I'd say I've been active on YouTube for like consistently active for almost a year, probably a year now already. I know exactly when I uploaded. I've had this account for a very long time and just, uploaded some things here and there. Didn't really take it seriously. Then last year, I thought, okay, we can probably take this seriously. Let's do something with our lives. I was encouraged to do that by a friend, and yeah, I uploaded my first ever serious video, which was a study about this artist called Linedecker. One of my favorite artists, by the way, JC Linedecker. He's probably one of the first ever artists that I copied from. Like taking a style from. I don't necessarily have that style anymore, but his philosophy I still carry around with me in every single painting, and that is that your painting has to look good wherever you zoom in. Not necessarily look good. It has to have something going on wherever you zoom in, uh, which might not be a healthy nor a good philosophy. I'm not quite sure. Um, but I do carry that with me. We'll make this one a little bit more plasticky, this part here. So it's a bit more reflective. I just like to do this because I want more unique textures to the painting. But yeah, YouTube is pretty hard, man. The algorithm is it's pretty demanding, in my opinion, at least for me. Especially that I have a full time job and I have a kid to take care of. So, but I'm doing my best, to upload at least once or twice a month. I used to upload once a week, but it's not practical anymore. Okay, my son's calmed down now. I don't hear any screaming anymore, huh? Yeah, on the room. In the room? On the room. How does English even work, eh? Okay, that looks kind of okay. It'll look better a little later. These parts here, I want to make sure not too dark, right? Like this. Maybe I could erase the collarbone sketch now. Okay. Let's turn off the thing. Okay, that looks good. Let's go back to it. This thing needs a little bit more help. I think it's a bit much, right? I definitely need to tone it down. The shading here, because it's making it look like it's too tight, too skin tight. The suit. Gonna add some wrinkling first. Some imperfections here and there. Maybe here. See, I made these wrinkles for that purpose, to guide my decision making here. Should be some wrinkles, and see this line here. I'm gonna add a very subtle shadow, as if there's some sort of separation from that line, along with the suit. And now that we can see a little bit more of the collarbone, you should fix that. I should fix this thing. Wait, give me a sec. So black and 4. Okay, that should look good. Go back to the blue. All right, we'll reduce this in just a moment. I think we could do something like this. Come on. My Photoshop is lagging. Okay. I probably can't do that. Let's just do it manually. Yeah, that looks good. Light shadow, right? Then when you blend it, it's unnoticeable. Well, it's a little bit noticeable, but it's not too much. And then we're gonna have to do something with this collarbone, which really just means reducing its oh, did I did. I ruined that. Wait, give me a sec. The wrong layer. Huh. Okay, that's much better. Oh crap, it's still there. Wait, give me a sec. Okay, do that again. Okay, good. Okay. All right, now we can reduce it. Too much. That's, I think, about right. Yeah. Hmm. Um, I need to redo this again. I need to redo it. Okay. I think it's too thin. It looks almost comical. It needs to be at least this thick. Don't worry, I don't need to do that all over again. Just a little bit of it. Around this much. Okay? Just a little bit. Alright, that I'm spending too much time on this collarbone. But I think it's paying off. Do that thing again. Okay. Alright. That is way better. Mm-hmm. I think it's too much. Oh my god, it's passing out again. Peace. Peace, brother. Okay, she's looking good. I think she's looking good. Hmm. I'm still reconsidering the shadows, to be honest. If I want it on top. You ever read Kaiju number 8 or watch Disney's Coco? I did watch Disney's Coco. I'm still I haven't finished Kaiju number 8 on Netflix. I think it was on Netflix. I haven't finished that yet. I'm currently watching something else. Although I am planning on picking up the manga, and that's why I haven't watched it yet. I was in the bookstore. I think yesterday. I was in the bookstore yesterday, and I picked up Kagu. What's his name again? Okay, sorry. I picked up Kagurabachi. That's right. That's the one. And I also picked up a new volume for Snow White and the Red Hair. I was looking for other volumes that I'm still reading because I ran out of books to read. But man, dude, they're all sold out. I'm looking for Gakura Kore Volume 2, Witch at Atelier Volume 7, among other things, right? Chainsaw Man, other those other things. Um, I watched Coco and Kingdom Hearts 4 will release next year. Yeah, I was a big fan of the old Kingdom Hearts, but I don't really have the time to play games anymore nowadays. I just play old games really, like Battlefield or Call of Duty. Sometimes I play Path of Exile, things like that. Because I know myself, right? I know I if I start playing games, I become too addicted that I kind of forego a lot of my responsibilities and just make excuses to play video games to my detriment, right? So instead, what I do is I just watch playthroughs and nowadays, and I just play. I play games sometimes. You know, my friends will invite me to play a session of Battlefield or Call of Duty. But new games, I don't. There's not really a new game that I'm interested in. I'm thinking right. I'm not even interested in GTA. I mean, that game used to be my game, but I don't know. I just lost interest in it. One of those things, you know. Coco 2's in production. Yeah, I heard. Coco's a really good movie. It's probably the last good Disney movie that I've seen, or probably it was Encanto. I also saw the trailer for Frozen 3. Um, my wife's really interested in that. Frozen was okay. I actually enjoyed the second Frozen than the first one. It was a bit more hardcore than the first one. Probably why. I'm thinking of what games I'm looking forward to. Maybe Light No Fire by the creators of No Man's Sky, but that's like a long ways to go, right? I really got to reduce the shadows in some of these areas. It's too strong. We'll do that later when we add the bounce light and our midtones. We'll reduce the shadows in these areas, okay? Let's get rid of that. I want to erase these and restructure it. I'm still thinking. There's literally no games that I'm looking forward to. Kind of sad. How sad is that? I love video games. I really do love video games. There's nothing to look forward to anymore. Maybe if they announce Half-Life 3, which they probably won't in the next like generation or something like that. Um, I enjoyed Black Myth Wukong, but I'm not really excited for the next game. Uh, maybe the new Hogwarts Legacy, but that's like a long ways to go. So I don't want to get excited for something like that just yet. I'm also thinking about what movies am I excited for. Well, Doomsday is coming up. I mean, I'm only excited for that because me and my best friend have this tradition of watching Marvel movies um, on opening night. So I'm really just excited for that. Just hang out with my friends again, and not because of the movie. Um, What else am I? What's coming up? I'm probably more excited about um like anime releases, right? I mean, I'm watching Bleach, One Piece, and all those, like all the more popular anime. Um, there are a couple of animes that I'm looking forward to that are not so um actually, there's nothing. Contain your excitement. Yeah, well, if it's a long way to go, I don't want to get too excited. When on my peak gamer days, I used to be the kind of guy to refresh YouTube at the day when there's a rumor that a trailer is coming out, right? Keep refreshing. Maybe it's out. Maybe I'm looking forward to the new Call of Duty because I played that game with my friends and I want to see their opinions about it. So I'm excited for these stuffs, probably for the wrong reasons. Okay, let's do the left side first. I'm kind of afraid to do the left side, to be honest. I don't know why. I shouldn't be. Um, okay, so what I'm considering is that if the shadow is not dynamic enough, it's not dramatic enough. Because I'm looking at this, right? And if I put the shadow in the upper right corner, for example, a lot of her a lot of her left side will be in shadow, so it makes it a little bit more dynamic. But on top, it's gonna be mostly on light. Maybe it's the case of just trust the process again, right? The reason why I also don't want to put it on the upper right corner is because I view overuse that lighting source, that lighting direction quite a bit. I want something new. Okay, so let's just trust the process and keep going. Um, a lot of this will be on the inside of the palm. Some of it is going to catch some light. Any art review today? No, nobody has submitted any art review. I didn't really ask my community to submit anything anyway. So the plan for art review is I'm gonna move that to next week's Saturday, so that there's like a week there for people to make new art, right? Um, I'll announce that tomorrow, or maybe I'll announce that later after the stream. So I'll only do art review if you post it on the stream section for on Discord, because I don't want to review somebody's art without their consent. So if you post it there, you're basically consenting for me to review it. Whoop, spazzing out again. Um, So this is what I usually just do with the shadows. It's like I'm carving. Sorry, this is what I do with the light. It's like I'm carving the shadows. Is what I'm trying to say. Okay. For my Warhammer painting, that's gonna be a little bit more dynamic. It's gonna be a different kind of painting because I want to actually draw full-on backgrounds, right? And also, I'll be drawing that on a 16 by 9 or 16 by 10, whatever. Whereas this is like a 10 by 16, right? 10 by 9 by 10. Sorry, 9 by 16. Is that right? Portrait mode, the landscape mode. That's what I'm trying to say. Um, because I want to make that into a wallpaper, like a desktop wallpaper. I could probably do the same here, but she looks a little bit too lonely if I extend the I don't know, maybe I can. I've done it before. We'll see how it goes. Okay, let's soften it up now. Too strong. This kind of blending also adds texture to the artwork. Yeah. Actually, can you give me like 2 minutes, guys? I'm just gonna do something to my Discord. I just got reminded by somebody. And besides, I need a breather. So far, though, it's looking good, right? What do you guys think? Turn on the shading here. I'll probably do the face after I do this part. We'll shade the face. Okay. Come on, when won't my Discord launch? Where is it? There you go. Give me 2 minutes. Hopefully this that I'm about to stream on a third um on a third platform. I'm just thinking it's gonna lag my system. Hopefully not. You know what? Let's just forget about that. Forget about it. Don't worry. I think I'm wasting time there. And where is my chat again? All right. Don't worry about that. Sorry, guys. I got distracted there. Okay, let's continue with this. So more here. Around that much. That much. That looks good. Okay. That looks like an ideal The light should realistically be hitting this part of Ray too. On the inside. And the shadow of the hands should go like this, right? Downwards and not to her chest. But she has some anatomy there. So we'll add some sort of extension for the booba. Like that. I think that's right, right? No, it's a bit lower. Around here. Yeah. And yeah, okay, a bit lower then. Extension for the booba. And of course, the inside of the booba here too. And a little bit more here, maybe. Like this. Okay. That looks good. And this is kind of protruding upwards on an angle. There's an angle there because of this big shape. Which I'll make it clear later. That should be the lighting for the middle of her suit. Okay, let's start blending. I haven't even added my midtones yet, or my inner shadows. That's really gonna bring this painting to life. Later, we'll also add textures. I'm gonna make it look as if her suit has been worn out. I've been used quite a bit. Not necessarily not necessarily damaged, but worn out. You know, bit different. Stronger. That doesn't have any shape, right? It should at least go like this. So let's pull that up. So pull that back up. That looks a little bit better. Do I have something like that on the other side? I don't. Okay. I want to get rid of this. It's kind of distracting me. Hmm. This line here is not as clean as I want to. And that should be it. You know, this part shouldn't really be in shadow that much. Just this part. Reduce it even more. Okay. What else? Um, this part should go a little bit more inwards. I'm like talking out loud, right? I know. It kind of helps people see or hear what I'm internally thinking of as I'm trying to figure this out. That looks okay. I need to reduce the shadow once again. Around here. And that looks okay. Even add scratches, right? um, let's take care of the center. There should be some bounce light on this hand, which I'll do that after I figure out all of the shadows. Okay, let's just mess this up a little bit for now. As I blend this throughout her body, it's gonna mess up some part of the things that I've already done, which is okay. It's normal. Doesn't look. This part doesn't look right. I think it's too. Um, it needs to be lower, like that. All right. There you go. That looks nice, right? I think so. Let's blend the rest of her booba. I need a darker part here. You know, that's something I forgot to add here. There should be some darkness around this part. Just a little bit, right? Something like that. Give me a sec. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna grab some water. Mm. Okay, I'm back. Back at it. Let's get right into it. Um, okay. Hands here. I'll fix that later. A bit too much. She's looking good, I think. Hmm. I'm getting distracted by her face, to be honest. Uh, it needs some help. I'm also looking forward to draw uh, my next art piece. I'm actually thinking about that right now as I'm drawing this. I'm really excited to get into Warhammer. Um, I've been drawing like a lot of anime girls recently, and I kind of want to change that. Right? Just change it up a notch. Have some male characters in my portfolio too. I do have male characters though, but they're not as frequent as female characters. I just like drawing girls. What can I say? This should catch some light. This elbow here. I'll raise this. And some wrinkling here, like what we did on the other side. Um, here, here. Okay, that looks good. Add some random wrinkles. Maybe here, right? Not too much. Enough for us to tell that it's like skin tight. We'll fix that later, of course. I think I'm rushing this now again. I have that tendency. It's a bit too much, I think. Okay. Again, I'm getting AI ads from or not ads, AI bots on this on my Twitch. It's always appreciated. They're the only ones who watch me there anyway. Most of my viewers come from YouTube. I'm just being funny, of course. Everybody relax. I think the shadows. I think this is too strong. The wrinkles. Some of them can be that strong, but they all have the same value, right? So let's reduce that just a little bit. Some of them, right? Like this, especially this. This has been bothering me for a while. Um, this too. I don't need them to be overly obvious. I just need them to be there, you know. I just need them to imply the wrinkles. There's already some bounce light here, which I really don't like because I want to separate that process from the general um, shading. So let's not include any bounce light for now. Okay, that's a little bit better. Still a bit too much, I think, but a little bit better. Okay, this thing on her spine will catch a lot of light. Hmm. Some top part of her abdomen too, just a little bit. Also catch some light. Some of this, catch some light. I can't wait to add the bounce light. It's gonna make it pop out a little bit more. This looks to be like some sort of crystal from the reference. So it's gonna not only catch some light, it's also gonna scatter some of that light. Okay, so let's just make some sort of reflection here. Something like this. Okay, let's blend that. A bit more light here. Blend that. And blend that thing down here. And we can add our midtones later here. Okay. Light's also her hips is gonna catch a lot of light. Like so. Maybe some rim lighting around her ribs. Or is that like, I don't know what that it's ribs. Okay. Some wrinkles. It's gonna catch a little bit of light. There's a part of the stomach here that goes like this. Maybe too high. Like that. Yo, lighting looks good. Yeah, it's looking good so far, eh? I haven't done the face. I keep forgetting to do the face. But it's shaping up. It's shaping up. Good. There's so much other things we can do with the lighting, with the shading. Like the like I said earlier, the bounce light, the midtones, the bounce lights. I haven't added any of those yet, and it's really gonna make the painting look really good. I can't wait to do that because the bounce light is gonna be something. It's an adjustment, right? And it's gonna be something. It's gonna be one of those things where you adjust one small thing, but it affects like a lot of the painting. Add some separation here. How would her anatomy affect a skin tight suit? So I'm gonna do an anatomy check. Let's take a red here. So her ribs should be right around here. Okay. Maybe lower. Maybe here. And it's gonna go like this. So the abdomen is like right here. Okay, that's the center of her abdomen. And her ab belt is like there. Then hip muscle is like right there. Okay, so this part is gonna catch a lot of light. And I think I placed this thing here a little too prematurely. It should be like right here. Okay. Maybe like right here. Okay, so the abs, there should be some bounce light coming from here as her abs, as the top of her abs is showing. Normally, I would raise this up to around here, but there's this thing on its way. Maybe I'll still do that, but just minimally, right? And that's the bounce light. What else? Okay, let's just keep it like that. It's like a reminder. All right. So let's erase this and do a muscle line like this. Actually, let's turn it off. I don't. It's kind of distracting me. Too much. Shadow's too strong. I need to reduce it. It's still too strong. Need to reduce it by a lot. About that much. Too strong. Once again. Damn it, still too strong. The wrong angle. I guess that looks okay. I don't really know. Not yet. It's again one of those things where you gotta trust the process. Okay. Let's add some lighting around this area. Very roughly, right? I don't need to be accurate at this point. That should be higher. Okay, let's make it higher. I really don't like the shape. I wish this thing didn't exist, but it exists on the original artwork, so I gotta include it. Okay, that looks better, at least. I'm gonna redo this. I don't like what I did here. I'm gonna redo the entire thing in the bottom. And just trust my guts. Okay. So here. Let's add some wrinkling. Here too. Okay, let's just do this all over again, like I did before. I'm just gonna add that belly here, okay? I don't know what's gonna happen. This probably looks really stupid. Yeah, it looks okay. I mean, it's just a bit too strong. Let's reduce the strength of that by that much. It totally looks okay. All right, I'll keep it for now. I might change my mind though, because there is something off about it. Maybe I just need to blend it a little bit more. Okay, so let's just keep blending. Just keep blending. keep blending downwards like this. Maybe I'll get rid of that for now. Just focus on the blend. Okay, I think this looks good. This crystal ball here should cast a really long shadow since the light is coming from above. I feel like this thing should be way up higher. Actually, it looks okay. I do wish it was higher. Like right here. But there are these things on its way, right? Kind of annoying. This looks to be metallic of some sort, so I'll add a metal texture here. Like a brush metal. On the reference, it looks more like glass or like shiny metal. But my version of Ray, I want her to look a little bit more worn down. So I'm going to go with brush metal instead of more glossy metal. Actually, it's just an excuse for me to do brush metal. I love doing brush metal. It's looking good. All right, it looks solid. All right, let's add the bounce light. And the way I'll do that, I'll just do a soft brush, right? Like this thing. And we'll add some bounce light into these areas. Bounce light is just the secondary light. You know, when the light hits a wall, that light doesn't just stick to the wall. It bounces back. So there are some lights here on her, let's say, abdomen area. It's going to bounce towards the hand here, just a little bit. Okay? And the light that's coming from above, it's also going to bounce here, just a little bit, and here. Okay? And maybe here, just slightly. There's also going to be a lot of bounce light on her hair around this area. Okay. And maybe this area. I'm probably going to regret doing that because the hair still needs a lot of work. And of course, let's not forget the gloves. Bounce light around here. Okay, very slightly. It's barely noticeable, I know. And here too. Actually, I need to increase the light here a little bit. And then bounce light at the bottom, very, very faint. You can even add details to the bounce light. You know, I'm going to add bounce light to her booba. Because this thing has bounce light, right? And the inside part, but the outside does not. So let's add some bounce light here. Really nice, right? It's your chat in your, it's quiet in your chat. Yeah. A lot of my viewers. Well, I don't even know how many viewers I have. I have 2 viewers. That's okay. Your art looks like it's real life. I think it's just the blending, right? But now we've added the the blend here, I think it's time to add a little bit of midtones. Well, I don't think you can consider this thing a midtone. Not yet. Chat is quiet because I don't have any viewers. It's okay. I like to pretend I do. I'm not that popular. I'm really good at art, but I only really started social media about a year ago. I took it seriously, but I've been doing this for a very long time. Like I'm 34, almost 35 actually. So I've been doing this all my life for almost say I want to say 25 years. Um, I used to do a lot more realistic stuff, like self portraits, and I draw my classmates back when in the day. They always, if you're an artist, you know what I mean. People always try to ask you to draw them. Um, that like that. Okay. Now, oh, I keep forgetting to do the face, right? All right, let's just do the face. The face kind of looks ridiculous. So light's coming from above. Is that the correct color? It is. So the hair here is going to cast a really strong shadow. And underneath the eyes, there's also this shadow that between your eyebrows and your actual eyes, it casts a shadow. So something like that. Towards the nose. The nose, we're gonna do a more anime nose. So it's gonna be like that. The lips will also hit that light. The cheekbones. Okay, so there's the landmark here is the cheekbones, right? Raised cheekbones is gonna cast a really strong shadow. And here too. Now I know it looks kind of wonky right now, but just trust the process because we're gonna add our midtones and it's gonna look a lot more alive. So, but before we do that, we're gonna blend this thing. Okay, like all of our artwork, we're gonna blend this thing. Don't worry about it being messy when you're blending, or when you lose detail. It's okay. You're only really just there to blend the shadows to her skin. Okay. See that's looking okay. Still need some help. Like a lot of help. Underneath her nose is gonna cast a lot of shadows, and here too. So let's just blend that. Yeah, she looks terrible for now. Just trust in the process. Okay? Trust in the process. Trust in your ability. Okay, let's add some bounce light, which will be underneath her, around here, underneath her thing. Whoops, wrong layer. Do that one more time. Around here. Okay. I gotta be honest with you, the color of the shadow looks pretty pale. It looks muddy. That's okay. We'll fix that in just a little bit. I just want to get the general gist of the oh, that's black. I want to get the general idea of where the shadows go. Okay. I could actually change the color of the shadow. I want to make it a little bit more purple. Okay, and the reason why is because that shadow is blue, right? And it's mixing a little bit of pink on her skin. Around that much. That looks almost like what I want. Let's see what color. What color is that? Purple. I might adjust that again though. But for now, that's looking good. So there's just some dirty parts here I need to clean up, like this part of the nose. It's a very anime render. It's not really realistic at all. Um, just bear with me. I know that the drawing looks, the rendering looks bad. Might take some time, you know. This takes time and a little bit of trust. I kind of want to erase the nose because the nose is already implied there. Maybe not yet. I want it to be a bit more refined. Anime nose. Hmm. Still looks horrible. I think I need to reduce the shadow of her face just a little bit more around this area and this area. Okay. Also this area. Looking a little bit better. Just a little bit. We still need to render the eyes here, which will be on a separate, it will be a separate process. Whoops. Can erase that. One moment. Okay. I'll refine the eyelashes too. Um, they look really terrible. That's looking a bit better. And it still looks terrible, to be honest. I'm not happy with the face. I think part of it is the eyes. Because it's unrendered, it looks really uncanny. I mean, if I turn it off, it looks good, right? So maybe I need to reduce the shadows here just a little bit. Actually, but probably by a lot, if I'm going to be honest. Okay. Reduce the shadows, let's say 30%. 40%? Okay, that's better. The nose doesn't look, it looks too realistic. So we'll reduce that too. And just go with a cheekbones kind of look. Here, cheekbones. I really think I'm overly complicating the face. Because I still have that in my head. That I need to make it a bit more realistic. When it's supposed to be anime. It's just a bad habit. I need the shadows to be realistic. Okay, let's render the eyes because it's throwing me off. It looks really uncanny. Whoops. Go back to the blue. Okay. All right. I'll do the eyebrows last. But let's do the eyes first. So this is gonna be a ball inside, right? And we're gonna render it like this. Wait. This thing's bothering me. Okay. Go back here. Okay. Other side too. Okay. So the upper eyes is gonna cast way more shadows. The upper eyelid, is that what you call it? And like this. Okay, other side too. Whoops. We're gonna make her eyes really stylized, okay? That's a good base. It's a good base for the eyes, right? Okay. It's just looking good, right? The face needs a little bit more help, but so far, I kind of like it. Um, I'm gonna add now the inner shadows, and starting with the eyes. Okay, so inner shadows is just a secondary shadow, and the inner shadow is placed where. Oh, you know what? I forgot the eyebrows. Let's do that first. Um, so the inner shadows is placed where objects are so close to each other. That's the best way I can describe it. I'll show you how I use it in just a little bit. Okay, but let's just do this eyebrow thing. We'll even refine this eyebrow a lot more later when I attempt to do the hair. So the hair is not even. It's probably like 10% 20% finished. It's gonna look a bit more puffy once I'm done with it. Okay, let's do the inner shadows. So inner shadow. So since this eyelid is so close to the actual eyeball, that's gonna cast a darker shadow like this. Okay. I'm also gonna use the inner shadow as a stylizing layer. So it looks, the eyes looks a lot more defined. Anime eyes. Okay, before, after. So that's the inner shadows. Okay, let's do the hair thing. I'll do the hair later. Let's focus on here. So these two hands are close to each other. It's gonna cast some darker shadows. Some of the folds will also cast some shadows. Some of these embroidery. Is it called embroidery? I don't know. Think spaces between fingers. It's gonna cast darker shadows. I didn't actually do a good job blending it here. Right. Let's just fix that. Okay. These parts. The lower part of this, I'll color this a little darker. Like that. So let's turn it on. Bit of an improvement. Not so much, but it's noticeable. Here too. This cut here will create a separation. And of course, the lower part here, this hand is going to cast a big shadow. Like that. Okay. Again, like I said, I'm also using this uh, as a stylizing process. How's your process going so far? It's going good. Um, so far so good, I guess. Let's turn it off. See? A lot more stylized. So I was saying earlier that the inner shadows, this hand here will cast a lot of them. I gotta be careful to not damage this render I did with the booba. I kind of like it. Okay. I know art is kind of slow, right? It's a slow progress. It's okay. Sometimes I like to do these. I like to do these high quality paintings. Like I'm really taking my time. It's very therapeutic, number one, and also it's it kind of pushes my abilities to its limits, you know. And I'm learning. I learn a lot from these than just painting studies. That's just me, though. Everybody's different. Okay, let's erase that, and let's do something like this. This just adds textures to the thing image. This boob is gonna cast a thicker shadow too. Under here. Like that. Same for the other side. Okay. My hands is kind of hurting. So here's the weird part, right? Because I'm looking at this painting on my tablet, and I'm looking at this painting on my tablet, and it looks really saturated. I also have a separate monitor, and the painting there looks a bit more bland. I don't know which one's true. Do you want to learn about my fictional world, either here or DMs, Instagram? It's your choice. Word limit is in YouTube is I think 100. You can. I would love to work here about your world, man. That I created a Discord because a lot of my audience are manga makers or wants to create mangas, and so I always would love to hear my community's stories. You know, the thing that they wrote. So yeah, you can share it in Discord, whatever you want. It's up to you. You can also share it here. I don't mind. Hmm. Should I create a? I'm gonna do a thing here where she's bumping. This hand is bumping on her breast. Okay. That kind of looks like a bump. Mm. No, I think that's just good enough. Go like this. That's okay, man. That's up to you. Well, if I don't mind, if you want to share it here on YouTube, if you don't mind typing. Um, yeah, I always read my communities. stories. That's what I'm all about, man. Mm. I think I need to fix this part. Whoops. Let's pull back all the layer and fix that part. Okay. Turn it off. Let's go color. Give me a sec. I'll be right back. I need to stretch. I need to stretch a little bit, eh? I don't like this thing here. That's a lot better. What if I increase this by a lot? Oh, look at that. I think it improved on the suit on the lower part, but on the upper part here, it definitely needs a little bit more help. But here it looks really good, right? What if we just go 80%? Okay, that's good enough, I guess. Let's add some midtones here. Okay, that did improve it. Increase this too. Oh, that looks so good, right? It looks way better. What if I saturate this? It's too much. Too much. That looks good. I'll stick with this. Come on, shrink. You know what? I'll do this. I'll do this differently. Um, let's increase the size here. The size of these shadows a little bit. I want that effect where she's bumping into her boobs, right? Like that. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, that looks good. Let's increase some shadows here. Let's see if it's a reflective material. And here too. Next week, I'm not really sure if I'm going to uh make my Warhammer yet, or at least I don't know if I'm going to do that on stream, because there's a lot of things that I want to do on stream. Maybe I'll do part of it on stream. Um, but next week I want to do art reviews, as well as um some more of my manga stuff, because that's really where what my community comes to me for to watch. That's probably why I'm not getting so many viewers right now. I should get like 5 or 6, right? At least. But I think it's because I'm doing something else. I like to do this anyway. I don't care about the views. I like to do this. I love doing this. I only care about my views when it comes to my long forms. I don't know how it's going right now. I haven't checked. I don't think I'm doing so well on the algorithm. But it's okay. One of those things. You gotta power through it. I may add I may add just a little bit of shading around here. A little bit, okay, not too much. That's too much. Too much. Yeah, something like that. Right? Okay, that's the inner shadow. Let's turn off the inner shadow. And you get something like that. Right? Big improvement, and I think. Next will be the wait, there's still more need there's still work needs to be done here. Okay, let's see if that how that works. Looks better. Okay. Inner shadow for the skin. That neck is gonna cast a lot of shadows. We'll give a little bit of structure over the neck too, like this. Maybe it's a bit much. Okay. So some parts here will cast that shadow. Not too much, okay? I don't want to ruin the face too much. But just a little bit. Will go a long way. Okay, that's it. I've pretty much done most of the things. Let's add some temperatures to the face. The temperatures is just the blue. There's like a blue light that comes from the bottom part here. I think that's too dark. Something like that, right? Kind of like an afternoon shadow, and then some red or more like pink around the cheek area. I think this needs to be overlay. It's okay. Let's go normal. Cheek area here. And then some orange around the top. That's really just temperature. Go back and forth. Okay, she's looking good. Terminator lines. That needs to be overlay. And I'm gonna get some pink. And I'm not quite sure where I'm gonna put this thing. Hey, let's come on. There you go. Just around these edges here. On the eyes. On the cheeks. And that's it. She doesn't have too many Terminator lines because her thing is not a lot of her skin isn't really showing. Okay. So I need to tackle the hair. I've been dreading doing that. I need to tackle the hair. Okay, let's just do it. It's not that I don't like drawing the hair. It's that it's a lot of effort the way I draw hair. Okay. By the way, what's my Discord? Oh, I should put that on stream. Give me 1 sec. Where the hell's my Discord? I'll send you my server, okay? I always like to promote my server. There it is. I'm gonna pin that in the comment section. Pin it on chat. If you are gonna send it there, though, I am going to read it after the stream. Okay, maybe a little bit later after the stream, since I usually go to sleep or do some other things. But I'll definitely read it. You can DM me. If you go to my server, you should be able to contact me anyway. She's looking good, I think. Mm, let's add a little bit more darkness in her hair. Just a little bit. And we'll use this brush to fix it. And this will give us more striations for the hair, okay? I just need to follow um, the direction of her hair a little bit more closely. Huh. 30%. Yeah, you always try to educate. Okay. It's a little bit too dark right now, which is, I think it's okay. It's all right because we still need to add some lighting. And yes, I haven't lit this up, okay? Um, there's some general lighting, and then there's some there. We're gonna add rim lighting. But for now, this looks okay. I'm trying to think what else I can add here. Oh yeah, you know what? I forgot. There are some areas here that I need to fix. Okay, just double click that and then delete. I need to delete the background. The background's okay. Maybe just the shadows. I just forgot to color this part. I this thing should also cast a nice long shadow. We're gonna blend that too. I didn't even think about that. Oh, I didn't blend this part. Okay. See, there are things that we can forget sometimes. Okay. All right. Time to light this thing up. I think it's good enough for me. What the hell is this? Unwanted line. Oh, I need to stretch my fingers. It's really hurting. Oh, maybe I need to raise up my table. Nah, it's okay. I can probably do the general lighting. I can't seem to join. Why can't you join? All right, let me resend that. Should be the same link. Maybe you don't have two-factor authentication on, because I have that on my server. Anyways, let's do the general lighting. So the lighting will also be blue at the top of her head, like that. Okay. And here, the blue of her hair will also cast a little of blue on her shoulders, neck, and probably face too. We'll do the face later. So this is just general lighting. So it has two light sources, a yellow one and a blue one, and they're gonna meet on this center around here. Yellow light here. Okay. This thing will also have a little bit of yellow light underneath, and then blue light on top. Maybe just soft. Okay. Here's the tricky part. The arms here will have two lights. At the top part will be blue. The bottom part will be yellow. The link won't open. What about you give me your username? I'm pretty sure it will open. I mean, I was able to open it. My username. Did you just join? I think you just joined. Yeah, I saw the yeah pop up. There you go. Hey, you can look up my username there. I'm usually pretty active on my own Discord. It's also pretty quiet. I mean, it's a small community. I kind of like it the way it is because I can't imagine handling everybody if it goes any bigger. I think the light's too strong in some areas. Let's reduce it here and here. So that's the general lighting. I kind of want to, I'm tempted to do this. I want to do that thing where the back of the hair is lit up, maybe with yellow. Like my PFP, is that Patrick? That's funny. I'm gonna add some blue onto the shadow. And the reason for that is that the blue on her hair will reflect like this too. I know this is just the general lighting, but I want to add a little bit of detail here. There will be more detail on her hair once I get into the rim light and once I get to the overlay. Um, because I need to redraw the hair a little bit later. Okay, you'll see what I mean when I get there. So on the bottom here, I kind of want to do a really nice glow for the rim light. I think it's called subsurface scattering for the hair. It does have that. So usually it's for the skin, but thin materials like the hair will have that too. So I'm gonna set this up for one of those things. Okay, we'll see what I mean. Hard to explain. This big shapes for the general light. Okay. We can add more striations, like so. Okay, so now let's do the rim light. I'll add a blue rim light around her body like this, but since this white is kind of like reflective, a lot of the rim light won't probably show. It probably won't show, right? Maybe I need a different. Let's go with hard light. Oh, that looks good. Hard light. Okay, let's do hard light for the rim lighting. A lot of blues around this area. By the way, I'm not looking at Discord if you want to chat with me. I'll I'm looking at my multi chat since I am multi streaming. I need to focus on that. I'll talk to you in Discord if you want after the stream. I think the blue is too strong still. Yeah, it's still too strong. I mean, it makes sense around the this area. Add some blue to the sides. I don't really like the face. There's something about the face that I'm not a fan of. I'll fix that later. So a really strong blue around this area. A lot of strong blues. Okay. It kind of looks like Ganyu. Yeah, I'm kind of tempted to just draw horns. She looks like Ganyu from Genshin Impact. I have a really nice figurine of her. That kind of looks good. I like it. Maybe we can take it further. Adding a little bit of soft light here. Yeah, that definitely improved it. More rim lighting around the hand area here. And of course here, it's barely noticeable, right? It's okay. Soft lighting, because it's getting further away from the light source, that blue light source. But it should still show a little bit. Maybe this is not a little bit, just reduce this here. Reduce. Okay. Some parts here will be a little bit bluer. It's gonna catch that light. Stronger around this area. Now this part is gonna be a little bit weirder since this is gonna catch the light. And this is gonna catch the hands here. Gonna reflect the hands like this. And maybe we'll draw a pseudo kind of hair. Maybe like this. Right, something really, really rough. Go back to the thing. Booba. I'm making this up, okay? It kind of looks good though. And as it goes here, it's gonna stop the reflection. Maybe too much. Okay, that looks good. Okay, that looks good. Yellow light around the bottom here too. Stronger ones. It's closer to the light source. I kind of regret not separating the um, layers here for this light, the blue and the yellow light, because I might change the yellow light. I'm not quite sure yet. Okay, there's too many light going on her top part. I'm gonna reduce that just minus a little bit. Kind of looks terrible. That's okay. Go back to the blue. Add these reflective dots. Hmm. Okay, let's do the hair one more time. And we're gonna make it a bit more puffy and a little bit more dynamic, okay? Right now it doesn't look that good. I mean, it looks okay. It looks good, but it could be better. What I'm gonna do is get a really thin brush, maybe even thinner, let's say 6, and just go ham with it, like this. Okay, return after dinner. Okay, man. I don't know if I'm gonna be here, though, but thanks for hanging out, just in case. My hands is hurting like a mofo, but I can't stop. I'm enjoying myself. I might have to stop a little bit. Just take a break. It's almost done though. I don't want to end the stream when I only have a few minutes to. I only need to do the hair, and then I might do the background. The background still has a lot of work to do. Okay, it's a pretty basic background for now. I want it to be a bit more ornate. More strands, more striations, more puffiness. I want more power. I think I went too overboard uh, around this part. Okay, let's redo that. Okay, this looks good. Here. What the hell even is this? Oh, that's the anatomy check. Okay. I'm gonna add some glare to her eyes. Just standard basic glare. Um, blend this a little bit, this part. And make it a little bit less transparent. And that's it. And more glare around her suit. This one. Because it is a reflective material. So that's pretty much it. Add more here. Did I miss a few things? Let me go back to the reference. She doesn't have... Oh, she has these circles. Right? These circles that I totally missed. And the orange thing on her hands. Okay. Let's make those circles. I need to turn that off. Turn this off. And I need to just draw this. It's going to be very easy. What does it look like? Okay, just a circle with a slit at the in the center. Come on. Circle. Off that. This. Oops. Something like this, right? Does it protrude? It does protrude. And there's two of them. how it's positioned quite high up around here, maybe. Okay, so this, and like this. Maybe bigger. Paste. Was it a... It's tapered, okay. Okay. And there's another circle that protrudes here, so we're gonna draw that. About that much. Okay. Did I miss something else? Anything else? I don't think I did. Hi, sir. Hey, what's up, man? I feel like this is a bit brown. Okay, no, it's not. All right, I need to re-render some parts of this then. Like this part. I joined your server. I sent 6 artworks. All right, man. I'll have a look after the stream. I don't want to disrupt the stream, you know. But if you want, after maybe after 10 minutes of this thing, if you want me to review your work, I can do that too. On stream. I mean, if you would let me. Like an art review. I don't know. Maybe I'll just save that for next week. People like art review, so then there's not so many people going on right now. So maybe I'll just do art review next week. Yeah, on second thought, I'll just do that next week. I'll have a look at it later, man. I promise. Whoops. I hate it when Photoshop spazzes out. It kind of takes me by surprise all the time. Okay. Seems to be good. Okay. All right. Hopefully I didn't miss anything else now. I didn't. Lighting, lighting. Add some lighting here. Okay. I like that. Really, really nice. I want more strands up in here. Thicker ones. All right, what do you guys think so far, eh? There's really something off about her eyes. I can't point it out. Something's wrong here. Let's erase the nose. And let's erase this lighting. I think it's the nose. Yeah. I need a reference. Hmm. Yeah, it's definitely the nose. I'll have to re-render the nose, okay? Turn off the lighting. I may need to re-render the entire face. It's too low. Now it looks too basic. I actually always struggle with the nose. That looks okay-ish. That looks okay-ish. Okay. I'll go with this. Maybe just reduce the shadow. Or not, actually. That looks good. Turn that off. It's bothering me. Turn that back on. All right, that's not so bad. Reduce the shadow, the strength of the shadow. From there, the Terminator line needs to be readjusted like that. I'm gonna add a little bit of pink to her lips here, a little bit, okay? So we're not gonna actually draw her lips, right? Because it looks ridiculous. But I want a little bit of redness on to her lip area. Like that. And maybe some redness around her eyes. above her eyes, in her nose. Blend that. If she had ears, which she does, it's not showing. I'll add that there too. I want the hands because the hands kind of blend, right? I want it to be a little bit more obvious, but you can't really tell the hand apart. So I want this to be a little bit more obvious. And the way we're gonna do that is through rim lighting. Whoops, pass that again. It's a little obvious. Oh yeah, I forgot. We can also color in the line art. Add a really nice red, and maybe that's too red. Dark red, a bit more saturated. That's better. A bit more darker. Okay, that's way better. I think I kind of improved on the eyes. This is a very slightly, right? You can't tell. Can barely tell. I know what will make this more visible. Take this and let's do that. Okay. It's a little bit visible. Uh, okay. Now I think it stands out a little bit more. Maybe it could use a little bit more shadow though. Ah, all right. Wait, just give me a sec. I'll be back in like 2 minutes. Yeah. Okay, I am back. Damn, this looks good. Thanks, man. Well, there's still a lot of work to do. Like for example, the backgrounds. All right. I probably won't do it to the background today. Um, I'll experiment some stuff here though. Maybe like this. Can add some god races. I don't know. It kind of looks corny. Nah, it looks corny. For the background though, I'm gonna sketch out what I have in mind. Okay, let's delete that. So during the series, maybe I could move this here a little bit. Ray kind of becomes this giant um, thing, right? Size of the planet. So maybe we can add a planet here behind her. Okay. And maybe we can add like crosses here, right? Like that. And maybe we can add a like hands here. It goes like this. And maybe like a halo, like she's like an angel. Right? So that's the plan for this thing. And maybe we can even add like a cross here, like in the far distance, or maybe crosses here. A lot of religious symbolisms, right? The crosses on, so this is the planet. So the crosses here is kind of like at the end of the series where they kind of just melt and they become like crosses. And the hands here are the giant ray's hands. I won't draw a second ray. Maybe I will, like something like this and like this. Nah, it looks too corny. Just implications, right? I don't need to be too overly dramatic with the lighting. I could also, if I could duplicate this, instead of hands, get rid of these crosses. I could just draw a big halo here. Makes it a bit more simple. I kind of like the hands though. Right, a halo like this, similar to what you see on churches, on Catholic churches, where the halo is drawn behind the head, and maybe like a crown of thorns. Now I'll save the crown of thorns for Shinji, because he's kind of like the de facto hero of the series. I kind of like the hands. Let's stick with the hands, and maybe we can combine that halo effect like this, but a smaller halo. I like that. Okay, so that's the plan for for the background, which I'll probably do off stream. I will record the entire process though, or if I get too busy this week with work, I could always just do this next week. But for next week, I really want to get into more manga stuff, art reviews, and I have a few activities we can do together. That is, of course, if I get viewers, right? But yeah, I'll leave it here. There's still a lot of work to do with this painting, and I'll just put this on standby, work on it a little bit off stream. But thank you everybody, Rai, Dang, and Pang for hanging out with me and everybody else earlier on the stream too. I'm gonna end the stream now. I'll see you all next week. Okay, I won't be streaming tomorrow. I got work. See ya.